Hey Rangers, welcome back to another video. Today I'm sitting on the floor because I wanted to sit on the floor. So today I am going to be talking about the new Power Rangers moves. Yes, the Power Rangers have the moves. The new movie news that's come out, the Illuminati dropped this. Link is going to be in the description down below. They have updated it as well. But let's have a look. That's actually generally kind of talk about, give my kind of thoughts on it while sitting on the floor. If you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Let's just jump straight into it. So it says updated the new Power Ranger movie details, how it ties into the franchise, exclusive. So the first topic does say update. We have a major update regarding the story. As mentioned in the attached video, our sources have told us that the upcoming Power Rangers movie will be taking place in the same continuity of the TV show. This means that the Rangers characters throughout the past 28 years will be in the same continuity as the new Rangers. Whew! Okay, with our latest breaking news regarding the Power Ranger franchise or the future, fans have started to wonder, where does the Power Ranger go from here? Where does Power Rangers go from here? So first of all, that major big thing, that the film consists of being in the continuity, I was kind of shocked. I think that when I've talked about this in the past, I don't think that there would be. So my kind of thoughts on this is, originally I would have thought that this is a very bad idea. I feel that if you don't have the right person directing this properly, then what will happen is that they'll mess something up. So say, for example, you have, I don't know, say Jason fighting, and if, say, the new Red Ranger jumps in and hits that putty out the way, or that monster, then you see something completely different and it changes the entire timeline. So that never happened. If they did it kind of behind the scenes, where they could pull a Spock thing, where, from Star Trek that is, where they say like, you will never know this, or, you know, Alpha finds out and you say, Alpha, this will, please do not say anything at all to the other Rangers, but could you help us? And then it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I will. And then they'll never know because Alpha will never divulge the information. So I'm kind of, I kind of do like the idea at the same time, mainly regarding the fact that you can play around and add a bit more to this. This makes a little bit more kind of sense in a way. You could have the Rangers come up and meet and be like, hey, never speak of this again, but could you help us? We are the Power Rangers. So let's carry on with the news. According to our sources, who have once been asked to name anonymous, which is understandable. I know a lot of people have been kind of bagging on the Illuminati and saying, hey, how dare you do this? You know, you need to release your source. You need to tell us. I'm glad that person has asked to stay anonymous, because if, let's say, for example, the person was called Bob and Bob worked at Hasbro, you know that the fans would bombard Bob and constantly go after him and demand that he's fired and that. And I'm going to make an entire video on that, because this whole thing of how the fans reacted to the separation, or the alleged rumored possibility that Hasbro are going to cut ties with Toei. I kind of really want to talk about that in a separate video. But it seems that Hasbro will be putting all the bets on the live action Power Rangers movie that is currently in development at Paramount, as well as further focus on Mighty Morphing. Now, the fans are bored of Mighty Morphing. You have the die-hard Mighty Morphing fans, that's absolutely fine, but majority of the fan base, like, to me, I'm pretty much bored of Mighty Morphing. I feel like the show hasn't progressed from that particular thing, and I think that maybe Saban, when they did this, like, he should have just stuck with it and not adapted any other series and just kind of spent money to make Mighty Morphing. So seeing this sort of thing is I understand where they're coming from, but to me personally, I really kind of don't like this. But you know, if they start it off and if they carry on and then it moves on to another series, like something completely different, then I'll be okay with that to some degree. If we can get over this hurdle, that's fine. But But it just means that if you're in the continuity and you're bringing in time travel, you could bring in the fact that, there could be a monster that the Rangers can't beat, and thus therefore, you get Beast Morphers, or you get Mystic Force, and they come and help and stuff. And it does open up a lot, but to me, I'm a bit kind of Okay, so we have some exclusive story details for what the movie will be about when the movie will take place in the Power Rangers timeline. Now, to be clear, that we are reporting this is what the script is in the current state. The script could very well change as the movie is still in pre-production, but what we're reporting now on is right. So obviously, again, this is the first draft of the script. Okay, what is it? Now, Power Rangers movie is going back in the past. At this point, the Rangers will be taken in time to the 1990s, according to the THR. According to our own sources, Hasbro's new Power Rangers movie will feature an all-new team, not necessarily just 5 Rangers, and it will include the original line of heroes. So, maybe they're doing, is it like a Hyperforce thing in a way? Maybe they're kind of taking direction from that. But we've been told that Hasbro is looking for a diverse cast for the film that includes many different racial backgrounds and members of the LGBTQ+ community. They have also told us Hasbro's plans to cast a female for the lead for upcoming film, and I'm actually happy with that. I'm very excited that we are going to get a lead. We're going to get more LGBTQ+, which is fine. I can't believe I said that properly. Normally I miss that letter out, but I'm kind of glad that we're getting this. And will it have to do with the Red Ranger, or will it conduct with the others? Because obviously we know that Trini was gay in the 2017 film, and I really wish that they kind of added to that. That would have been really cool to me. I wanted them to expand on it rather than just kind of a quick throwaway line. So it's going to be cool to see this, and that's what I'm hoping. It's going to be awesome because a lot more people could feel included, because I remember back when the 2017 film dropped, a lot of people were like, oh cool, I can now relate to this. I really want them to kind of emphasize on this a little bit more. The new details for the up-and-coming Power Rangers filming, our sources have told us... going back. We've also learned that Lord Zed will be the main villain of the film, and Zordon will be involved in the time-traveling element that thrusts the Ranger back in time. Now, I would love it if they connected this to Beast Morphers, because we saw Ryjack's Reanimator. So can you imagine that's the reason why the staff was in there? It wasn't just, let's bring Lord Zed back. Maybe in the Cyber Dimension, where all those weapons are, that they could actually just bring it in. So I really would love it. I would love if Scruzzle was there as well. I know he's captured at the moment, but I would love it if Scruzzle was just in the movie. It would be amazing. But can you imagine, like, the Reanimator brings back Lord Zed, and that's pretty much what he is, but he's a new version, like he's a powered up mode. That I think would be awesome. Okay, and also Zordon thrusting them back in time. Now, I reckon that I want to know how they're going to do this. Maybe it kind of ties in with the original, and it's Zordon at that one point when something was happening that we couldn't figure out, or maybe when Zordon had disappeared for a set time, he accidentally set the Rangers back in time, and that's it. Like, he had a different command center, or he was in the Zeo chamber, and this kind of brought out. That was the main thing. I think that would be kind of cool. Details on the movie. So basically, our sources have told us that the up-and-coming Power Rangers movie, being developed by Paramount Picture, will feature multiple different looks Zords throughout the Ranger history, and it could possibly include a variety of suits, and Zords from MMPR all the way up to the modern era. We assume Hasbro is going to attempt to capitalize. Yeah, we all know that they will. So this is interesting because this opens up, like, you could have one Ranger come back from thing, because it's not going to be like a pittance money. It's going to be hey, do you want to come back for $10,000, $20,000, $1 million, or whatever? Have a select for you and say you're going to be in a film. Because I know that if I was a Ranger and someone came to me and was like, hey, we're making a film, do you possibly want to join? I'd be like, hell yes, I will be in this. And I think this would be a big thing for a lot of the past actors to actually be in a film, and I think that'd be kind of cool. So if you could select, say, we'll go for a team. So if you could select 5 Rangers to come back from any season, bar JDF, because we know that he's going to be included in this. But anything outside from Mighty Morphin, anything outside before in space. So you can't have Mighty Morphin, you can't have Zeo, anything from in space upwards. and oh yeah, maybe Turbo. But yeah, up from that one, if you could have any one ranger from one season after that, what ranger would you have and why? Put it in the comments down below. They're going to be filming in New Zealand, which is very interesting because a lot of the props are going to be there, so they could easily jump across and say, hey, we need to borrow this, can you give it to us? And they'll be like, yeah, no problem, that's cool. So another interesting nugget we've learned from this, aside from the movies, Hasbro will continue a major focus on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which will presumably would impact their toys in particular. Now this, I think, is a bad idea. Yes, it's dinosaurs. Yes, it sells. Yes, you're targeting the 90s nostalgia and you're wanting people to do this. I think this is bad because I think that if this had never been done by Bandai and Saban, I think a lot of fans would be okay with this. But because we've had Mighty Morphing after Mighty Morphing, like Bandai, all they released was Mighty Morphing toys. When they moved to Zeo, everyone was happy. But I think that if you continue to focus on Mighty Morphing, what are you going to do? Like, you could bring out the props, you can bring out another Morpher, obviously bring Tommy Morpher, you can bring out the Communicator, but these have already been brought out before, so what could you bring to the table that's new? The only thing I could think of is either powered up modes, a rad bug, or something that hasn't been in, like a Command Center playset. We are speculating that Hasbro could be considering an animated adaptation featuring the Rangers from Mighty Morphing, but details regarding this are still unclear. Of course, the new live-action TV series isn't completely out of the question as well. However, from now on, it'll be a toy. It won't be with toy providing stock footage. So I think that you'll see a lot more fighting, I think, in this one. So basically, the last part is even though this may seem to be a dark time in the Power Rangers history, we here at the Illuminati are confident that we are still good things happening in the franchise. We look forward to what Hasbro have in stores. This doesn't mean that there can never be another live action show for right now. If there is, it just wouldn't be in association with Toei. This to me seemed like the end of the era of our multicolored spandex heroes, but could open the door for a whole new audience and put a spotlight on Power Rangers that hasn't been seen in ages. So we're looking at like maybe all American footage. We pretty much have seen it in Beast Morphers, and then obviously we've got quite a few things. So kind of, am I happy that we're getting a new film? Yes. Am I happy that we're having more kind of diverse as well as the LGBTQ plus community? Yes, I am. I'm very happy that we're getting this. If this is a focus that we're having 3 Rangers, because I think in the video for the Illuminati they mentioned that they have like it could possibly focus on 3 Rangers. That's the news flare. Am I happy about that? Yes, because I think that the whole franchise needs to be shaken up a lot, and I'll make another video on that later. So yeah, with the new news, I am very much happy with this. For the continuity, I still kind of wish that maybe they could have made something that had other Power Rangers in, and thus therefore it's another thing that they could have added in. With it messing with continuity, the only thing I could imagine at the very end of the film is that when the Rangers say, oh hey, thank you very much, they're like, man, like I can't believe that there's like Rangers like you out there. And then they use some sort of flashy device and it just erases their memory of the entire fight. And, you know, maybe that the Rangers go up to Rita and Zed and like they flashy light them. And then, or you've got the destruction of Zed at the very end, and that works. But again, a flashy light to kind of erase the memories. That's how I kind of see this. That's how I kind of really want it to kind of go. But yeah, there's quite a lot that's going on in the Ranger world, and I kind of really want to talk more about it a little bit later. But yeah, it just feels cool that, you know, as in their update, our source have told us that they've got be taking in the same timeline as the continuity. So I would like to see quite a few Rangers. If I could see Rangers coming back from any series, one would be Gia from Super Megaforce as the Gokai suit, not the Megaforce suit. I'd have RJ come back, Nick from Mystic Force. Oh, there's so many Rangers. That's 3. Zoe from Beast Morphers, and maybe Ryan from Lightspeed Rescue. I think that would be kind of cool to bring them back. Yeah, I had to really think about them because I couldn't think of all the Rangers. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. It's kind of a short video, but what do you think about this? Who would you choose if you could have Rangers? what would the kind of premise be for what storyline if you could make your own? But within this, like sending them back, do you think that they may make the Hyperforce Rangers and that's who they're going to do, like the suits that way, or do you think it'll be a completely brand new design? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.